Hey guys, so we're getting to a lot of my childhood fans today. This is possibly my favorite SMC from childhood, maybe tied with certain variations of the A-52. These are what, a KB-52 I think they called these. It's a Laguna variant.
Yeah.
Didn't I have coffee when I came out here? I swear I got myself some coffee. What did I do with it? How do I lose a whole cup of coffee? Now I must want to find it before it gets cold. Anyhow, oh, here it is. So I saw these two places as a kid that I can remember. There was a laundromat that had them, and I've actually done videos in that laundromat. They still have one of them remaining, and the other one's been replaced by a gold line and then later a cheap industrial with no blades. But we used to drive past that laundromat when I was a kid. We never stopped there because we always had washer and dryer in our house. I would just see them through the window. So what I thought is they were industrial fans with like three blades, like three metal blades, with a light socket stuck on the bottom. The driving past through the window, the brass switch housing looked like a light socket to me. So that's what I thought they were. And I didn't know that they were this until we stopped at a Dairy Queen on a road trip. I think we just stopped there as a pit stop, like use a bathroom or something, in either Janesville or Beloit, Wisconsin. And it was just like a typical fast food storefront, and they had the cooler with the ice cream cakes off to one side, and they had one of these hanging over the cooler. No fans in the rest of the restaurant.
Oh,
just
yeah.
One. You've seen that before?
Yes. Dairy Queen up in northern Minnesota, where my grandfather lived, had one in the kitchen area.
This exact fan?
I believe so. I don't know if it was this. Was it this? Or it was maybe a tat spinner, a brown tat. It was something brown like this. It was either this or a tat.
But it was in the kitchen, though. It wasn't over the cooler.
Well, it was, in a way, by, behind counter.
Okay, this was in front of the counter. But it's like if the restaurant was this square, then it was like over here. It was in just a really random place. But it would make sense they would be the same. Could have been a tattoo, though. Dairy Queens have had different stuff. Do you ever get a picture or video of it, or is this before that?
This is before that.
And you haven't been there since, huh?
Right.
Probably long gone.
Yeah.
You seen these anywhere else?
These, yes. These SMC Lagunas in general. This type, this brown one with the beehive canopy, I've seen at the original Uncle Bob's music store.
That's right.
My dad went there when I was a kid, and of course, I was being held by him at the time. I might have been maybe 3 or 4, probably at the time, maybe 3, and I reached to it at the time.
Is it still there?
I do not know, because that place is now a church.
We should go in there sometime and see.
I don't think so. The church has
gutted it, you think?
Oh, yeah. Because the store moved a long time ago to where they are now in West Dallas.
I keep thinking it's the same
and place, actually, what I remember now, it is long gone because they actually took it with them to originally, but then I saw it hung briefly, but then, when they moved things around, they took it down. So here's low speed, and this is what I got it set to. The trim is on the other side with an easy access hole to get to it.
That's what she said.
But this is a decent low right here. It's perfect.
And I'll point out that this is how we found it with the canopies reversed.
Yeah.
So I asked that we leave them that way just so that we know which one is in the video, because we got a few different ones of these. I think between the two of us we have. Do you have any of these?
Yeah.
So between the two of us, we have, at least 3 of them?
Yeah, something like that.
So,
something like that. I know I got.
I would love to find a place to hang one of these. It's on my list of fans that I would really like to hang somewhere. I almost put one in the garage where the turn of the century is, and I just didn't want a wood-bladed fan out here. And I mean, if I didn't have the island fans in the kitchen, I'd think it'd be a good kitchen fan. I'd consider it for there.
So 16 watts and below half of a power factor on low, just to show that. I just showed the power factor.
If I ever do take the island fans down, I think I might put one of these in the kitchen. That seems like that might be a really cool kitchen fan.
Yeah.
Try to think where else I could put it.
Inching up.
I found a small one. They did make a 36-inch version. I've only seen one with the beehive canopy and the lower canopy.
Okay.
If I found that version, I could put that in my hall upstairs. I mean, that's got to be a 36-inch fan. A 38-inch fan will not fit.
All right. And I brought it all the way up to high. I got to give it a chance to speed up because these do take a little bit to speed up.
Yeah.
Well, once they do speed up, a lot of these do fly.
They're good air movers. I think they make it into the KB-52 category.
Oh, yeah.
My other favorite SMC is the 3-speed Bell Canopy A52, and it's one of the few fans that I prefer in polished brass.
Mm-hmm.
There was a store called Madison School Supply that had one in the window when I was a kid. My mom used to go there because she's a teacher, so she'd go there for school supplies.
Okay. All right, so I'm getting a final current draw of 0.66. It's about 78 watts, 79 watts. Power factor of 1.
Oh, surprising.
Okay. And we'll do a spin down.
So these do have a reverse pull chain. I think,
Yes.
Are they all reversible? I wonder if the earliest ones were not.
Good question.
The earliest ones had a plastic switch housing with a plain switch cap, and then the later ones had the metal switch housing and the metal switch cap, and then the later still ones had no lower canopy. I like these a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, SMC had always had very distinctive designs. Like it's
yeah.
unusual for a cheap brand. Normally, cheap fans are very generic looking.
Yep.
But SMC, despite the fact that they had no interest in making high end stuff, you could always tell an SMC. The blade tips are distinctive. The cane was distinctive. The screws that they use to attach the blades to the motors are distinctive. The canopies are like everything about an SMC. You always know it's an SMC. I can't think of a time where I saw an SMC and was like, that's not an SMC.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now I turned it back to low.
One too many pulls?
There we go. I didn't know if it was like off between.
Nope. Some of these don't have an off in between. They use like a 2-speed pull chain.
Okay.
I like it better with the off in between. But I think reverse pull chains are strange anyways, because I bet you that 90% of the people that have the fans don't realize they're reversing the fan. They think it's like speeds or they're just turning it on and off.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so even though I set the low trim, it's actually drawing. It's going a little faster. Seems to be going a little faster on reverse and also a little more current.
Yeah.
I remember drawing 0.33 on low. I have it all the way down. All the way down, and I set the low trim, before, so
Yeah.
Wonder if it's got a different motor coil.
Probably. Let's see if it draws more on high.
Alright. Pretty quiet, though.
Yeah, it draws more on high.
It does. Interesting.
Not surprising. SMCs do that.
Yeah.
So where do you think it's going to start?
All right. I think it could start on 3 at least.
I'm going to say 2 then.
All right. 1. Make sure it's. Nope.
1 more.
Make sure. There we go. That's now it's engaged. Now I can get it.
Oops, wrong way.
Huh?
I was making sure I got the tassel in the video. Tassels are important.
Okay. Well, let's see. 1, 2,
Oh, I lost.
3,
Oh, Metal Pete also lost.
4. Yeah. I thought it would have started on 3.
Yeah, I thought it was going to start on 3 too. That's why I went with 2.
Okay. Start till 4. Okay. 5.
But 4 is at least a good aesthetic low.
Sure. 5 is pretty good. I mean, it's just below what I have it set. 6. 6 right now is matches what I have it set to for low speed.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind it a little slower, but it's not functional.
Well, then 5 would have been perfect where it was at 5.
Yeah.
All right, 7, 8.
You went past 7 awfully quick there.
Didn't really make much of a difference. 8 usually does. That's a common value. 9.
Yeah. Well, 7's a common value too. Learning remotes and smart remotes and stuff like that. I got lots of 7s in my capacitor box.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Huh? What you see?
K63 Zephyr. It's expensive though.
Oh.
At least I think it's K63.
12. Okay. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. And 20.
We're getting close.
We are close, but you're still safe with any wall control.
Always important.
Yep. 22. 24. 25. I'm right there with high. Let's see if I go over 26. Didn't really draw any more currents. 7. I think it's leveling out. I went all the way to 30. Okay, it's just starting to creep.
Oh. Every time you say Creep, I think of Creep by Radiohead and Creep by TLC.
Oh.
I don't know if you're familiar with either of those. 2 very different
Well,
genres of music.
I know of them. I do know of them. I've heard both. But when I say it's just starting to go over.
No, I know what you mean. It just makes me think of those
Sure.
musics. Both of which are great songs in very different genres.
Yeah.
Or the Creep SNL sketch with Andy Samberg and Nicki Minaj. That's another good one.
Well, since I did solid state on this one,
yeah,
we go right to 0 to high.
I think you should go right to 0 to high. Solid on the silent state. Solid? What?
Oh.
Silent, I think is what I was trying to say.
With that solid state, it is. Yeah. It was quiet. And there was no inrush here.
Well, like I said, I would love to hang these somewhere. I just don't know where. They're a little bit... They're too commercial looking for a lot of places, and then the wood blades and the brass still make them too residential for places like out here in the garage. Maybe if I had like a fully climate-controlled workshop, they would be a great workshop. I don't know. I want to hang them somewhere. I just can't figure out where, but I do like them a lot. Okay, well, we got more fans to bring you, so thanks for watching.